Welcome back. I'm prepared to be bedazzled because today I'm going to be shedding light on why working most real private sector employee jobs based on voluntary demand will never provide a person with enough money to afford to attain an extremely low standard of living. So why does this happen to be the case, you may ask? Without further ado, without further delay, without further procrastination, allow me to demystify the answer to that inquiry right here, right now. Lamentably, much to my dismay, much to my consternation, much to my chagrin, much to my grief, much to my agony, much to my agitation, much to my irritation, most real private sector employed jobs based on voluntary demand are often deemed to be dead-end, highly time-depleting, debilitating, minimum wage, dispiriting, unfulfilling, undesirable, harrowing, distressful, brutally wretched, ineffably agonizing jobs that not only dispossess an employee out of almost over sacrosanct time, but that also do not furnish him with anything close to even one-fourth of a subsistence wage for boarding housing. Furthermore, most real private sector employers do not offer any benefits nor any pensions to their employees. Almost all the profits that companies generate are reserved for its executives, its shareholders, and its external directors. Working most real private sector employee jobs based on voluntary demand is unconducive to earning a wage that is above the minimum wage threshold. So, in this control market economy, the cost of living is hyperinflated. And in order to cover the cost of living, you're going to need to earn a substantial amount of fiat currency if you work a real private sector job based on voluntary demand. Most people in this control market economy do not work in any capacity. And when you do the calculus, you can ascertain that you're not going to generate enough fiat currency by working most real private sector employed jobs based on voluntary demand to be able to attain an extremely low cost of living. In order to be able to attain an extremely low cost of living, you not only need to earn enough fiat currency to perpetually pay the recurring room rental fee and be able to afford to purchase a vehicle, but you also need to earn enough fiat currency to be able to purchase functional vehicle parts, incessantly purchase food, incessantly purchase fuel, incessantly purchase oil, as well as be able to perpetually pay the recurring exorbitant auto insurance premiums, incessantly pay the perpetually recurring driver's license renewal fee, incessantly pay the perpetually recurring exorbitant vehicle registration fee, incessantly pay the perpetually recurring tire rotation fee, incessantly pay the perpetually recurring internet subscription service fee, and incessantly pay the perpetually recurring smartphone subscription service fee. If you work a real private sector employee job based on voluntary demand, you may be able to pay some of those aforementioned fees, but when you account for all those fees as an aggregate, you won't be earning enough fiat currency to be able to pay all those aforementioned fees if your only source of revenues derived from working a real private sector employee job based on voluntary demand, because most real private sector employee jobs based on voluntary demand offer emolument in the form of minimum wage, and minimum wage is not going to be lofty enough to be able to cover the total cost associated with attaining an extremely low standard of living, which is unequivocally a sizable cost to be able to cover. Attaining an extremely low standard of living is not easy. You need to generate substantial wealth to be able to attain an extremely low standard of living in this economy. Most people are welfare aristocrats, and they're able to receive unlimited money from handout payments and receive unlimited benefits from handout benefits. So they're able to attain a grandiose standard of living by refusing to work in any capacity. However, if you work a real private sector employee job, not only is it not going to furnish you with enough fiat currency in most contexts to be able to attain a grandiose standard of living, it won't even furnish you with enough fiat currency to be able to temporarily afford to attain an extremely low standard of living. When the cost of living is hyperinflated and you're earning an egregiously low wage in the form of a minimum wage, it's not going to cover the cost of attaining an extremely low standard of living. So I hope that you deem this video to be riveting, captivating, mesmerizing, insightful, informative, engrossing, enthralling, and amusing. I hope that you're entrenched in the unallied epicness. Thanks for watching. Have a blissful day. Goodbye.